Hello, sir. Do you see Elon Musk as a modern-day Jesus Christ who is going to save humanity? Well, think again. I found out some shocking evidence that proves he has an evil master plan. What is the plan, you may ask? Well, I'll reveal that at the end, but first we have to take a look at the hard facts. So, Elon Musk just had a new child. The child's name is, listen to this, XA12. We'll get to why that is important later. Another fact is that Elon Musk has 5 other children. He actually has 6 other children, but his firstborn child unfortunately died. He has his children with 2 different baby mamas. That is quite thuggish, I dare say. You see what I am getting at? No? Well, I'll explain why that matters later. Let us ignore his personal life for a second and let's take a look at his business life now, so you'll understand what I'm hinting at. He owns / is a part of / was a part of multiple companies such as PayPal, Solar City, Tesla Motors, SpaceX, The Boring Company, Hyperloop, and AI and Neuralink. He started those companies in this exact order. Quite strange, don't you think? You still don't see what I'm trying to show you? Oh, you probably naively think he's just doing it out of boredom because Elon brainwashed you. Well, let us keep going then. Let us look at some things Elon Musk said. He said, and I quote, "You wouldn't want to be me" on numerous occasions, whether it was the Joe Rogan podcast or some random irrelevant interview. By the way, if you watch interview shows other than Joe Rogan's, please stop wasting your time. Anyway, don't you think saying "you wouldn't want to be me" is a very strange thing to say if you're a billionaire? I'm also rather rich, and I love being me. I actually feel bad that other people can't experience what it is like to be as rich as me. Ha ha! Just kidding. Of course I don't feel bad about it, stupid poor people. Anyway, let us agree that saying you wouldn't want to be me if you're a billionaire is rather strange. But you know what is even more strange? Before Elon Musk said it, Joe Rogan said that there's only one Elon Musk in the world. Now, many people could think something like that, but I can guarantee you that Joe Rogan meant something else than most people would. You know how I know that? Because Elon and Joe are friends, and friends know each other better than strangers because they tell each other secrets. Therefore, Joe Rogan must know something we don't know, or, to be accurate, something you don't know, because I actually figured it out. But more about that later. Now, let us analyze Elon Musk's recent actions. The state of California forced him to temporarily shut down his Tesla factory. What did Elon Musk do? He started threatening the state of California and making demands for the state to allow him to continue production, which they didn't. So what did he do next? He ignored their ruling and restarted the production. You see what I mean now? Still no? Oh, sometimes it is really frustrating to be as intelligent as me because stupid people, aka all humans and mostly Americans and poor people, can never follow my thought process. Screw it, I'll just explain the connection between all of these facts, since you can't come to the conclusion on your own. Elon Musk created PayPal and revolutionized the most important thing in the whole world, money transactions. This enabled him to access people's transactions and also earned him a lot of respect, because nobody else has revolutionized money since feudalism. Once he got his respect as a businessman and an innovator, he started creating companies that serve humanity, such as Solar City and Tesla. He did this in order to make people trust him and see him as a virtuous businessman. Even you might see him like that, but it is all just a part of his evil master plan. Think logically. How can he be a good person? as you can see, he has 2 baby mamas and goes against the government, which is very thuggish, and gangsters are evil, so Elon Musk is obviously evil as well. I think he actually may be a government plant, but I need to gather some more evidence on this. But since he decided to go against the government and brag about it in the media, it is not looking too good for him. Who else could go against the government unpunished besides the government itself? Think about it. This whole thing is probably just another staged move to get humanity's respect. Also, when it comes to his children, he has so many of them because he needs loyal blood-bound followers that will help him achieve his evil master plan. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. His first children had normal human-like names. However, this most recent child has a strange, alien-like name, and that is because X-Ash is supposed to be the ruling general of the whole operation. Some sort of king, while Elon stays hidden behind the scenes and tells X-Ash what to do. Traditionally, the king is always the oldest son. However, Elon decided to make his youngest child the king in order to not raise any suspicion. Because if his first child had such a weird name, nobody would trust him. But what is his evil master plan, you might ask? Well, one word: Neuralink. Only someone like Elon could convince the entire world to implant nanochips into their brains, because the sheep will naively see him as benevolent and virtuous. Once he implants the population with these chips, he will be able to control their minds and turn everyone into his minions that will fight against the opposing regimes and destroy the Earth. This is where SpaceX comes into play. Do you think he wants to get to Mars to save humanity? Come on! What billionaire cares about people besides me? All billionaires are selfish, and he only wants to get to Mars to create a safe haven where he can retreat while his brutal war plays out on Earth. And take my word for it, this war will forever change civilization as we know it. Well, sirs, releasing this video might get me assassinated by the CIA, but I don't care, because I am extremely benevolent and virtuous and needed to tell you the truth. Because I am a very good person, and all I care about is saving humanity. I definitely don't have any other intentions. Anyway, if you liked this video, make sure you donate money to my Patreon. Fun fact, CIA already deleted one of my videos, so I am already on their radar. But I'll talk more about that in my next video, so subscribe if you don't want to miss it. The video completely disappeared off the internet, but I'll send it to all of my patrons on Patreon. So really, go send me your money. If you support my plan to save humanity with my YouTube videos, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, and spam this video all over the internet so other people get to hear the truth. Bye!
Brought out another piece called The Conspiracy Myth. And you echoed so many of the pieces that I've been thinking about, been writing about, been making a film about. So I really wanted to get you on, and maybe we can kind of explore some of these topics together. But firstly, just because I know that this is a topic that people get very exercised about, get very energized about, I think let's start by unpacking what you mean by the conspiracy myth, because I think people might kind of react to that in some way.
Right. Generally, people react to it with either a big sigh of relief that I'm not one of those conspiracy people because here I am calling it a myth, or with indignation because now I'm smearing them with this epithet of conspiracy theorist, which was in fact, well, who knows what a fact is, but was in fact invented by the CIA to discredit people who disagreed with the Warren Commission's verdict on the Kennedy assassination. So yeah, really good question. What do I mean by the conspiracy myth? What I mean by a myth is very different than what I mean by a fantasy or a delusion.
I think the key point is that by calling it a myth, you're not saying that it's untrue.
That's right.
I mean,
right. I'm saying that it's true, but the truth may not be literal truth.
It reminds me very much of the evolutionary biologist Brett Weinstein's comment about religion being literally false but metaphorically true. And Jordan Peterson also talking about myths being almost hyper true or hyper objects in some way.